My next question for you then, still on the topic of these festivals, is do you guys plan on doing another one? If that's a secret or you don't want to, share the news, that's totally cool. And my other question for you, and this is maybe more of just a hypothetical or just maybe like a brainstorming question. If you were to have the opportunity to do a Slushwave festival in real life, how do you think something like that would play out, from the performance space to just how it would work? Like nobody's really like crowd surfing or jumping on stage and then diving in at a at a desert sand set. So I'm really curious to see what you think would happen in that scenario. So it's a double question. Do you guys have something planned for another URL set? And then how can you picture a Slushwave festival in real life to go?
Well, yes, me and Tim and Vapor Memory, we're always talking about the next festivals, and there will probably most likely be a Slushwave festival next year. We're in talks about maybe doing something a little bit different. Can't say much about that at the moment, but we'll see how that turns out. But so just definitely keep an eye. It'll be announced well in advance, so just keep an eye on me, Tim's, and Vapor Memory's Twitters and social media. So, if I could run a social festival, I've always joked about this, but I would just go in the middle of some remote desert and set up a stage and like a little area and stuff, like remote bars and remote food places, and just have a Slushwave festival in the desert, because that would be amazing. But realistically, problem is I'm in the UK, so getting to America is really expensive, especially now, and it's a whole palaver and stuff. And so I would just really want a festival in the EU, just anywhere in Europe, because that would be so much easier for me to travel, or even in the UK. And I know that at one point Allo City Records wanted to do something, but it was the end of 2019, and then they were getting really excited to do it, and then obviously what hit then. So we'll have to see, but I don't know much about event planning, setting up an event, things like that, and will I have the kind of budget to do that? So it definitely wouldn't ever be me personally like running the IRL event, but I would absolutely attend one or even perform at one. And I would like to. It would be so nice to just meet everyone, because I haven't met any Vapor person like in real life.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you too. Have you ever been to like a Vaporwave or Vapor adjacent show in real life? So you haven't?
Never been, and I've never met someone I've talked to in this scene in person yet. No. Well, I'm really good friends with Zero, and he lives in Belgium, and we've always said that we should meet up at some point, and it's just hard at the moment, and I don't have too much money just to spend on flights and things. But now I'm settled in with a new job, a new house, and I haven't got too many. Actually, I haven't got really any debts apart from student stuff. But that's don't worry about that at the moment. I should have a few more finances that I could throw at things like that. But as I say, events they will sometimes pay for artists to get the flight and come over, which I would just say yes, but please.
Oh yeah, I know. I've talked to Corp when he was doing like Electronicon 2 in LA. He was just so like, when him and George were talking, and just that opportunity for him to go out there, and he was just so like 100% down to do it. And I think so many, obviously, if you guys would just be jumping on that if it ever came up.